Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back to Throwback Friday. This is number 70, and of course it is another Christmas patterns. So as I've said previously, I am showing you old videos. I am showing you Christmas patterns that I have tried and tested. So let's go and see what I've chosen for you today. These ones, of course, are from 2021. Hello and welcome back to day number 4. Crikey, we are getting through these. It is getting too close. It's time. Is it time for another drink yet? Right. Talking of drinks, if a wine box is a little too much for you to carry around to your friends and family this year, then you could always go for, oh dear, I haven't even sewn in my ends. It's an old one. I don't say anymore. But you could go for a pair of cheeky Santa pants. Now, these Santa pants are actually big enough to hold 2 bottles of wine, or a bottle of wine and a posh candle, or whatever you feel like. So these ones I made a couple of years ago now, and I had them hidden away and I forgot to show them to you last year. So I thought, do you know what? I will bring them in and I will show you now. Now the problem is I don't have any wine to put in them. I suppose I could use bottles of juice. No, we'll just talk to you about the pattern. Right, so this pattern is a free download and it is from yarnspirations.com. I will pop a link in the description box and down below. And if possible, I will also do the link up here as well, but there's no guarantees on that now, is there? We all know what I'm like at forgetting stuff. Right, so with this one, it is made with a DK yarn and the size hook to match. Now, the pattern itself was really lovely and really easy to follow, but what I do suggest is when you make it, you don't go for a tight tension, or if your tension is tight, you go up a hook size, because it needs to be able to stretch. Okay, so you can fit those bottles of wine in. Now, I love this pattern. It is really cute, and I do end up putting candles in it. The Yankee posh ones. I put those in here normally. I'll have one on one side and then a bottle of wine on the other, so that it looks decorative in the house. I don't burn the candle or anything, and I don't drink the wine. I've got that now. Right, so that is the pattern for today. Yeah, I seriously I need to sew in the ends. Now, the white I used a glitter yarn for. I cannot tell you what that one was though. And the red was probably the papaya. But to be honest, if I made this again now, of course I would be using the Signet Pato Everyday DK at £1.20 for 100 grams, and you should easily be able to get 2, maybe even 3 of these out of one ball of yarn. How cool is that? And how many Christmas presents could you knock up in an afternoon? To be honest, now I can crochet a lot quicker. I would think that I would be able to knock this up in an evening, if not maybe even 2. Now the pattern does call for Red Heart Super Saver yarn in a gold, cherry red, white and I believe black. Yes, black. And they are saying to use a US size H8 or a 5mm hook. So to be honest, if you're in the UK, I would suggest going up to an Aran weight yarn and not copying me on a DK, because it will give you more room for your items. Right, I'm going to be skipping day number 5 because that was a special deal for that year where I'd managed to find a crochet kit. So if it's not a pattern, it is not coming into this set of videos this month. Right, okay, so this one I know I'm a little bit late for. Okay, it is the Christmas carols. Now, these are scattered all over the internet. Lots of different creators, whether it be on YouTube, on Instagram, or on just yarny shops, all seem to have their own crochet along this year. So I'm on the hunt at the moment, and as I find them, I'm adding them into this video, and I will tell you which ones I've found and pop a little picture up of the items that they have on offer in the little crochet along. Now, what I'm attempting to do, as I said, is to find the free versions for you. Okay, so the links for all of the patterns collections will be in the description box of this video. If I am lucky enough to be able to do it, I will also pop at least the initial one in the drop down icon thingy here. Right, so the very first one up I have got is from Hobbycraft over in the UK, or here in the UK, depending on where you're sitting at the moment on your sofa. Now, Hobbycraft, as I said, the information will be down below. They have the Knitcraft Christmas Cow 2021. Now, this is an intermediate set of patterns. They're saying it's going to cost you about 30 quid if you bought the yarn from them, but of course these items are really small, so you're bound to have scrapfuls of yarn that are the right colours in your stash. They're saying that each project will take you about a day. They're amigurumi, they are little and they are dinky, not quite a day, but they have to say that because they're stretching it out for 24 days. Okay, and so what their write-up says is this December Knitcraft will be hosting a Christmas Advent Cow designed by Sowing the Seeds of Love. Now, she is also over on Instagram. I will pop her link in the description box and down below. It says, following along every day from the 1st to the 24th of December as Knitcraft releases a brand new Christmas tree decoration for yarn lovers to create. From rainbows to rainbots and donuts to dinosaurs, there will be brilliant fun and quirky characters for everyone. Make sure to grab your yarn so you're ready to be started on the 1st of December and share your progress with the hashtag KnitCraftXmasAdvent and tagging at KnitCraftTHQ on Instagram so that they can see your creations. So that's all been written there for you, I hope. Right, so let's have a look at the pictures they've put up with the patterns that they have for offer. Right, so I'm going to be picking and choosing the ones that I would be creating for next year's tree probably. Although he does look a little bit bald this year with next to nothing on him at the moment. Out of the patterns from Sowing the Seeds, I would probably go for the little Santa gnome and maybe the robot. He looks quite fun. So let's see what's in the next one and what would I nab out of those ones for my tree. So once I had a nose at those, that led me down a little rabbit hole where I clicked on the Sowing the Seeds of Love, and that brought me through to her own Linktree site. Now, she's got lots of stuff on here, including Christmas finger puppets, and they are free as well. So here's the photo, and the link will be down below. And she also has a how to make a bubble Christmas stocking. Now this one of course is also available over on the Hobbycraft website. You may have to do a little bit of searching, but it is free. Its difficulty is 2 scissors. The budget is £10 to £30. No, it's whatever you've got in your craft cupboard. And they're saying it'll take you about half a day to make. The extra information is that they're stating update your mantelpiece this year with this crochet bobble stocking, ready to bring fun and a quirky twist to Christmas decorations. A quick and fun project. You can stitch this gorgeous cozy stocking with the yarn, and so they're saying you can do it over the weekend. Now of course this pattern again is by Sowing the Seeds of Love. This girl has been busy. Right, so and now let's run over to, we've got Lovecrafts. Now Lovecrafts have got an immense amount of Christmas patterns. They've also got Hanukkah. Hopefully I pronounced that properly. Sorry Reggie if I didn't. I will show you those ones in a few minutes. But getting back to the Christmas patterns, they have got a snowman, a Santa Claus and a Rudolph. Those are all free. Christmas ornaments as well. They're free downloads. Stockings are free. Candy canes, tiny trees. Those are also free. Christmas Eve star knitting pattern. That one's free. Sorry gang that are crochet, but I had to add knitting somewhere, didn't I? What else is there Christmas wise? They have got free quilting if you're into quilting. A festive quilting one there as well. We've got mini mitts and hats. They are crocheted, and a Christmas hearts and a ruffle tree in red heart. So those are free. Oh, even more. We've got snowflakes. I'm still going. A Christmas stocking. They've got a free Christmas jumper. I will put a photo of that one up in a minute. Actually, I'll do a photo of all of them. It'll be a quick compilation. They'll probably be out of order, but hey, I'm doing the best I can today. They've got some little round ornaments for your Christmas tree, and a Merry Christmas wreath, and also a tree skirt. Wow, they have got loads. To be honest gang, I don't want to spoil it for you completely, so the link will be up here and also in the description box down below. Go and have a nose, see what you can find, because the stuff that I might find really cute you might think is really tacky, and vice versa. So here's the pictures, and of course, as I said, the link is above. Right, and now, as I promised, onto the Hanukkah items from this store. Right, you can get a free knittable jumper. There is also a really cool vest top. So if you can knit, you so need it. Now I've got no chance of pronouncing it, so I'm going to put a picture up here for you to have a giggle alongside me with. Sorry gang, it just had to be done. Right, they also have some other the candelabras. Sorry, I know that is not the proper pronunciation. I cannot pronounce the word. I'm really sorry. But they have a beautiful hanging crocheted version, and they also have little finger puppets as well, which are little candle finger puppets. They have cushions and placemats and lots of other beautiful items. So what I will do is I will ensure that I pop the link to that one in the description box down below as well for you. Right, and now it's time for the gorgeous gang over in Australia. Now, some of us may actually be able to access this as well, because of course it is online. Now, if you pop over to the Spotlight Store online store, which is www.spotlightstores.com, information will be stuck here, and of course it's in the drop down box. You can also get your hands on a couple of other cute patterns, and now these are not downloadables unless you cough up the cash, but if you're willing to stay on their page and you just scoot down underneath the pictures and the download project and the pay for this bit. It's all written there, so it's free pattern. You just got to remember to stay on the page and you'll be fine. Right, so the patterns that they have up are the Marvel 12 ply retro Christmas trees. These are quite cute. They are semi-flat, so are quite nice. And they're saying that you will use, of course, the Marvel 4 ply yarn, a 4mm hook, and they come in 4 different sizes. So that's 4 different sizes from the one pattern. To be honest, I can see how they've upsized it, and it's a really nifty idea. The next item up is called the Christmas Star Tree Project, and what this is stars, and they're stacked up against on top of each other, and that makes the Christmas tree. Very, very nifty, a very, very clever idea. Again, this is made with the Marvel 8 ply yarn. They're saying that you will need oh, this is a knitting project, I'm sorry to say, but I'm sure one of us clever crafters could possibly change it to crochet for me. Right, it's a 1 pair of 4mm knitting needles, a bead, scissors, yarn and tape. And again, the instructions are on screen if you scoot down. Now this one is so cute. The next one up is a gingerbread house. Okay, for this one, again, you're going to need a list of colours. Okay, and of course they all come in 50 grams, but they're using the bright cotton blend 8 ply, which is a 50 gram balls. There's quite a few different colours there. You need a 3.5mm hook, some hobby feel, cardboard or ice cream container in plastic, because of course that will help hold its shape and mean that you can slightly wash it. And scissors, a yarn and a tape. Approximate size is 16 centimeters high by 17 centimeters wide and 14 centimeters long. It states that correct tension is not essential for this item, which is pretty cool because it's something I could hopefully at some point make, but it won't be this year. I just ain't got the time. But this one is also a downloadable project, and by the sounds of it, it's also, sorry, not by the sounds of it, that's one thing, and you can download it and there's no price tag to it, so it's a freebie. But if that doesn't work and the download's not playing, you can still get the instructions just by scooting down further in the page. It's all written on screen. And the last one, although it's a little bit late now, you never know, you might be able to whip it up over the next 2 days so that if you've got a visitor coming around, it's ready to go in a few days' time. It is the Advent Calendar Booties project. These are cute little booties that are numbered all the way through from 1 to 24, where you can stick a little treat in there so that when someone comes in, they can nick it out the boot. Okay, now the price for this one is $3.85. But if you scroll down, you will get the product instructions and material on screen anyway. So again, it's another one of them gorgeous patterns that we don't need to pay for, but they would appreciate us spending time on the site. I don't know why they don't have advertising on here, but hey, it's really cool. So let's go and have a nose. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I've just gone into a Joann's Fabric and Craft store online, which is normally American, and it's got a link saying UK. So I don't know what to do apart from having those around the UK store. I can't, I've got to change it. I will change it to a US so that I can tell you all about the patterns. But before I do, they've got them a site now for Argentina, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Brazil, Canada, Chile, China, Colombia, the Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, France, Finland, Germany, Greece, Hong Kong, Hungary, India, Ireland, Israel, Italy, Japan, Iceland, Indonesia, Latvia, Liechtenstein, I hope I got that correct. I'm sorry if I didn't. Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malaysia, Malta, Mexico, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Pakistan, Peru, Philippines, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Russia, Saudi Arabia. Oh, Saudi Arabia. I can't say that one either. Singapore, Scandinavia, Slovenia, South Africa, South Korea, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Taiwan, Thailand, Turkey, Ukraine, United Arab Emirates, United Kingdom, and of course United States. And the only reason I know all those words and I can read them is I've watched too much Eurovision. Right, okay, so let's get on to the Joanne's America. Right, so here we go. Oh dear, I think I might have mucked myself up there. But anyway, let's have a look. We have got lots and lots of stuff. Right, so over on the Joanne's American site, I have only come across one free pattern. Now this is for the Burnett, Christmas tree skirt. Its write-up is that you'd need the Burnett's Happy Holidays in the glittery green, and you need 3 balls of it, a 5mm hook or a US H/8 to get the right gauge, and it measures approximately 50 inches or 127 centimeters in diameter. All of the instructions are on screen next to that pattern. Okay, so that is the only one, as I said, the only one I can find that's free. But you watch. I will now type in what have we gone? Crochet Christmas presents, Christmas patterns, and we'll see what we get. Right, so at time of recording they had 60 projects for you to choose from, ranging from stockings, blankets, gloves, you name it, they've got it on there. Whether or not it's a free pattern or not, I don't know. Wow, that is mad. Let's have a quick look. Okay, it's wow. Okay, so I really have not ever had a look at this site, so this is why I'm getting all confused. Quite a lot of these patterns look like they are free to download, but they don't write free on the site. I'm in shock and I'm loving it, and I'm going to have to come back and have a look. So what I'm going to do is I will pop, of course, the link in the description box down below. And let you run off and have some fun looking at all of the different things and different patterns they have to offer. Welcome back for day 7. Okay, so what have I got for you today? I've got a stack here, you see. I'm starting to build them up. I'm getting there. I really am getting there. Okay, so do we go small or do we go big? I think we need to go big, don't we? Because you guys need enough time, if you like it, to make one yourself. Right, so let's show you what it is. It is a cushion. Now please remember, the only cushion inserts I have were once square. Right, so my cushion insert, it was once square. I cut the corner off and yanked out some of the stuff in, and then sewed in an attempt to get around cushion insert. It didn't work. Okay, so this isn't quite round and it isn't quite square. It's quite a mess actually, but it still shows off the item, she says, giving it a good old splat. Right, so let me bring up the details so that I can see them. There we go. Now this here is the middle section of a blanket, okay, called the Sweet Caroline. Now this was a cowl back in 2017. It ran from the 14th to the 28th of July. Now this one, okay, is created by a lovely group called, or lady I should say, called Crystals and Crochet. Now it's crystalsandcrochet.com is where I first found the pattern. Thank you, big sis, for challenging me. I told you I'll get to it in the end. Now As I said, this is the Sweet Caroline, and now I have actually done the pattern twice. I was going to do a solid back, but my maths didn't work out quite correctly, so it looked like a mess and it wouldn't line up when it came to sewing the two panels together, so I gave up and instead I spent an evening making another one of these panels, and that's how quick it was. This panel probably took me about 3 hours, if that. I was disturbed quite a lot. Had to play with the dog in the lounge, had to cook the dinner, had to take dog out for a walk in the end, and all these other things that fell in when I'm trying to crochet. So yeah, so here it is. I'm trying to give you a good look. Now this one I have made using 4 different scrapfuls of yarn actually. The first one was the Signet Pato Everyday DK in white. Then we move up to a glittery red, which is the lighter shade here. And now this one was from, I haven't got the brand label, guess who threw it? I believe it's a B&M, but it's an old B&M because I've had it on my shelf for a year. So the guarantee is that we won't be able to get hold of that anymore. Then the dark red here. This is the Signet Pato Everyday DK in cranberry, and the green is the Signet Pato in apple. Okay, so most of this is Signet Pato Everyday DK. Now the only changes that I actually made to this pattern was I stopped at row 14, and this was row 14 here, which it gives us this green line. Now as soon as I saw that, I thought, that's it, that's the end of the cushion, because that makes a beautiful contrast. So then all I did was half a double crochet rounds, the same amount all of the way around, for 3 rows, okay, on both panels, and then I seamed them together. You can't see it, I love that seam. Yeah, so that is my differences and that is my amendments. Is it square? Is it square? Right, so let's give you a little bit more information on the Sweet Caroline. To start off with, what I'm going to do now is pop some pictures up of what it was meant to look like, okay, the colours that they chose for the original blanket. Not my colours. How cute are the colours that they chose. Right, so let's give you a bit more information. Right, so now I'm going to be a little bit cheeky and just read what they've written on the website. So they say this cow was designed to celebrate her Facebook group reaching 10,000 members. This is the pattern I always recommend as an introduction to her designs. The cow ran from the 14th to the 28th of July 2017 and is for a large Afghan square or cushion facing. Sweet Caroline is currently available in US terms, UK terms, Afrikaans, Arabic, Czech, Danish, Dutch, Finnish, French, German, Hebrew, Hungarian, Italian, Polish, Russian, Spanish and Swedish. There we go. So it comes in a set of, there's 5 videos in total. The first one of course is the introduction. So she will tell you the name and why she called it Sweet Caroline. If you can't guess and you're not singing the tune, what's going on, gang? It's already stuck in my head. Okay, so she has the introduction, and then part 1 of course is the pattern itself, which is the main pattern that I used, and then part 2 has the last row of the cushion pattern that I used, and then part 2 will carry on as well as part 3 and part 4 into the final, so that it shows you how to actually make it as a square. as it should be. Not the hot mess I've got sitting by the side of me. I call it a hot mess, but I do actually like it, so I've not got an issue with it. So as I said, there are the 5 parts to it. So what I'm going to do is add some links up here and some links in the description box down below. They will take you through to the website, and of course to a video one in the set, so that you can go and have a nose. If it's something that interests you, you can have a nose, you can go and make one, and honestly in 3 days time or 3 evenings time, you will have your own new cool cushion cover. Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. Welcome to day number 8. Right, so what have I got up for you today? Oh, something purple. Okay, I am now starting to run out of the old red, greens and all of the Christmassy colours. And to be honest, my lounge isn't Christmas colours. Okay, it's more mottled, it's more simples. Now today's pattern was made in an Aran weight yarn, so yeah, that's another problem. I don't have a great deal of Aran weight yarn, so I had to raid my old Aldi stash, and in my old Aldi stash I had purple, and I had white, and I had the ugliest green going. So purple and green, yeah, back in the 80s maybe for decorating the lounge, but definitely not the shades that I had. They just, oh, they were vile together. So I have made this pattern using only 2 colours, but let me talk to you about it first, and I will show you this and show you what it should have looked like. Right, so here it is. This is my stocking. Now I'm sorry, I'm going to fold my top over because I prefer a thinner top. Oh, right, so have you guessed what it is? If you haven't, what's going on? It is a stocking. Now this stocking here is one of our gorgeous Reggie at J Hook Crochets patterns. This is her crochet stocking pattern. It's the Whoville Christmas stocking. It is an easy crochet pattern. You can get it in a PDF only file, and it is over on her Etsy store. It is priced in at no, don't be daft. It is priced in at £3.74. That is in a UK pound, and that is VAT included as well. Bonus. Thanks, Reggie. Right, so let's have a look at what our gorgeous Reggie says. Right, so I'm going to be cheeky. I am reading it straight off her listing. Right, she says the Whoville stocking is very easy and beginner friendly. A friendly Christmas stocking pattern. Yes, it is, because I've only ever made one other stocking before this, and that was a couple of years ago. It consists of a few setup rows and then a simple few rows repeat. The inspiration behind this design is the Whoville, a fictional town created by Dr. Seuss. And the pattern uses only basic stitching. Yeah, I can tell you, yeah, basics. And will look great in both a variegated or solid coloured yarn. In her version she's used 3 colours and alternated between them. So of course she has used, I will pop a picture up now for you. Right, so she has used the 3 colours. She's got 2 main colours running through her stocking for the stitch here, and then the last colour is the toe, heel and top. Okay, whereas mine is just the 2, as you can see, because I'm showing it to you here. So let's see what else she says. She's saying that the pattern is written for a medium weight worsted weight yarn and a 5mm crochet hook. Yep, that's what I used. And the pattern is written in US terms and includes written instructions only. Okay, now what else has she got? What else has she written in there? The rest of it's all the legal mumbo jumbo, so I'll let you guys read that. What I'm going to do is pop a link up here to a Reggie's sock pattern and to a Reggie's channel, And of course that will be down in the description box as well. Okay, so how did I build mine up without giving too much away? I started with the toe in colour option 1, because of course I've only got the 2, so that is colour option A. Then I moved on to making the pattern, the repeat pattern for the bottom half of this sock. I just alternated between A and B. When it came to doing the heel, which I have actually mucked up, shh, it looks alright from a distance, that is fine. Yeah, so the heel is of course matches the toe, so and that is in my option A. And then I went back to repeating the pattern so that it didn't look like there was any sort of change running along the top, and then finished it off with the ribbon at the end. Now, very clever, Reggie, very clever indeed on how you joined that ribbon. I'm not giving nothing away, I'm being a good girl. But yeah, absolutely a brilliant way of joining that. I really like that, and I'll possibly be using that method when making a jumper next time, rather than sitting there and having to sew it. Alright, oh, what else? This took me, because I mucked up on the heel and I kept getting disturbed and my counts and all the rest of it, it did actually take me about 8 hours to make. 6 of those are on the heel, which I ended up mucking up, which is why I gave up. And I just went, no, there's enough stitches there for me to just add an extra shell. So of course I've got an extra row of stitching going around on the top part. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't care, because that means we can get more in it. It's about the width. For me, this one's about the width of an A5 book. So, hubby, you know what I'm after. A5 books. Also, if you've missed day 2 of this series and you're wondering where I got this cool hat from, it's also one of Reggie's patterns. So I will pop a link back to day number 2 where all the links are, but to be honest, you'll find it quite easily over on her shop. Wow, wasn't there a mixture there? Right, that is it for me for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching. So remember, if you can, stay chilled, stay happy and keep crafting. Ta-ra for now, everybody.